All right, we're back, but we still do not have in-car cameras, which totally blows. That is not that is not what you want to have happen on friggin' race day. So we are moments away from racing to start. Uh, Originally it was 1 o'clock, then it got pushed to 1:30, but she's on the starting line, so we're just waiting to see her take off. Go ahead, leave any questions or comments in the chat. Would love to hear from you. So she has started. Looks like she's on her way. There could be a delay between what the map shows and where she actually is. As her gate clocked in at 41 miles an hour going off that initial straight. And so we'll just have to watch her progress here. Huge bummer that the camera is not working in cab, but it is what it is. You get my face. I'll shave for you a little bit. Actually, I'll try to keep my face off of here shortly. But welcome to the feed. Stay tuned. We are working hard on trying to get um, Megan and Derek back online. I don't know if Derek's going to be able to do anything on his phone, but I have a sneaky suspicion when he was working on the Wi-Fi, he may have accidentally deleted some access from the car. So is what it is. But at least we've got the map here, and you've got Megan right there as our little orange dot on the right side of the screen. Follow along, and hopefully tomorrow for tomorrow's main race, we'll get these camera issues sorted out, and you know I can warm up my vocal cords here uh, as uh, as I relay the action. Fun fact about Laughlin. It was founded back in the 1960s by a Mr. Don Laughlin, who owned a casino off of Fremont Street in Las Vegas called the 101 something. And he came out here, and originally this whole town started as South Point back in the 1940s. It was a minor town. Now you may know in Las Vegas, winner winner chicken dinner meant that you bet a hand. You when you won your hand, you get around, I don't know, it was like $2. And so a chicken dinner in Vegas costs like $1.70. And so winner winner chicken dinner. You didn't know, now you know. And hopefully we'll get this feedback up. But I do have fun facts that I think I can throw at you guys, throughout this time. So I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna double check on that camera, just kind of see where it's at. Still nothing. What a bummer. Such a bummer. But it's racing. Something's gonna happen. I'd rather have it happen on this end than on that end. And from all looks, uh, for how it all looks, car's looking great. Megan's looking great. Derek's fucking fired up. I mean, he's a full race mode. I mean, this guy will start a fight with a fucking stick on the ground right now. But he's ready to go. And so, you know, that energy is high. Team's super stoked. Everyone's in a good mood. Um, yeah, it's rad. I wish I could be out there with the boys, but I'm stoked to be here with y'all. And you know, just be here praying that we get the feedback on. So hang tight. We'll see what happens. And yeah, I'll be back. Meanwhile, you guys have this little map. You guys got this little map to watch. More to come soon. Let's talk about our partners who've made this all possible. Since we don't have a feed, we might as well at least give a little love to our folks over at Milestar Tires. Huge thanks to Milestar for everything that they've done for this team. Tires have been performing great. The program they got Derek and Megan on have been has been nothing but helpful in order to allow them to come race. So huge thanks to Milestar. Great people. Check out their Patagonias. I run their MT2s on my Jeep, and the Patagonia Pro, the Milestar Patagonia Pro MTs, twos, the MT2s. Sorry, I mixed it up with the AT Pros, which are on the Subaru. So Patagonia MT2s, Patagonia AT Pros on my Subaru. Both have been holding up great, feed on them plenty, and they're race proven. So Milestar tires. Next up, we got Motive Gear. As gears are what get the power to the wheels, and without them, with a bad version of them, it'll work out real bad. But when you go with a good company like Motive, you're going to have a solid product. It's going to get you through the race, and it's gotten them through a lot of races. So, huge thanks to Motive Gear. Probably help if I put the logo up, though, huh? We're still we're getting the kinks out. Next up, Fast Friends. Got the great opportunity to connect with Megan and Derek a long, long, long time ago, and from the Rubicon Trail to Laughlin, Nevada. This relationship has been years going, and stoked to consider them friends, and stoked that they're willing to represent a small little community-driven brand of love. Everyone who loves four wheels. Fastfriends.fun. Check us out online. It's .fun. We put the FU in fun. Warren, what can you say? Warren Industries, Factor 55, huge supporters of racing, OGs in the winch game. And as you know, when it comes down to ULTRA4, you're winching pretty much the entire time through the rocks. And you want a company that makes the best. Warren Industries, that's your Factor 55 and Warren Industries. That's the go-to. Now, no race program can sustain itself, and that's where MDM Motorsports comes in. MDM Motorsports through MDM Construction is essentially what pays the bills here. It's Derek Miller's company, and Derek himself is actually the one who threw wrenches like with Jacob and everyone, but Derek Derek has hands on the car. He's a fabricator. He knows what he's doing. He's a racer. He's race king in the Hammers and a Sequoia. The guy has some pedigree. Not to mention, Megan's just been crushing it. So, having this dynamic duo together, I'm expecting great things from them both. And speaking of great things, let's go back to the track. And Megan is well on her way. You can see her there in the bottom left of your screen, um, just cruising along. Looks like she's on her way back. This is this is a fast race. I wish that thing updated a lot faster. It'd be cool to see. It'd be cool to see them rip. Zoom in there a little bit for y'all. Another huge supporter is by way of Baja Designs. You know, they support racers, they support racing, they race themselves, they're into the industry, they live the industry, like, good group of people, definitely passionate about all things racing. Proud to have them as sponsors on car 3105. We've lost Megan for some reason. Let's go double check that. Let's go double check our screen, see what's going on. There we go. We got her back. All right, I see. So I think there was a glitch. It looked like she was going the opposite direction, but no, she's now on the back half officially. And that's going to be a much faster way back given the lack of turns. And you can see the amount of vehicles that are on the field right now, everything from 4400s up to I believe 4600s on course. And Megan is cruising. But it's wild. You already got some of those cars coming in. And I'm not sure when everyone started. I know Megan was part of a 6 vehicle land rush start, but you got trucks out there, 4400 cars, 4800. on the lap 105. I have no idea what's going on with Megan's electronics. Her bubble keeps popping off screen on screen. I don't know where the heck she is. Oh, there we go. Man, it is glitchy today, but she's right there, second from the left. We'll zero back in just on Megan. There we go. Coming back down into the main area where all the spectators are. That little initial series of part of the track. That's the short course for the Class 11 race. They don't do this whole loop. They'll just be right there in the inside, and that's a fun race to watch. Granted, they could have used a little bit extra light. Those guys were driving in the dark. Some of them didn't even have headlights. I guess it's just what makes that class so much fun. You never know what you're gonna get with them Class 11 bugs. Real quick, communications is a huge part of racing, and Rugged Radios is a proud sponsor of Team 3105, Megan and Derek. They've been around in the game for a very, very long time, and plan to see them around for a lot longer. My buddy Olaf will chastise me for saying that, saying, "What, you can't go to a class?" He's very passionate about ham. And if you want the best distance and you want something that's really functional and you could actually like connect to other parts of the world, yeah, ham is probably your best bet. But if you're just trying to communicate across the track, GMRS, not a bad setup either. Check them out, Rugged Radios. It's my first time to Laughlin, and I got to say, the idea of creating creating an entire resort town on the side of the Colorado River, it's worst ideas for sure. All right, so we got Megan in. I'm probably able to hear her right now. She's coming through the start. Yep. Don't know if you could hear that too, but sounds like somebody just went through. And from if this map is correct, which it hasn't been totally reliable, Megan has just gone through her first lap. Should be on, yep, lap 205. Cruising at a 46.6 mile per hour. Yeah, this map is jumping around quick. So yeah, when Don Laughlin established this area back in the 1960s, you know, never quite took off like Vegas. Laughlin, I like to call Laughlin PG Vegas. You know, you're not driving along with signs of, half naked women. There's no real uh, sex trade out here. Laughlin's kind of like I said, the PG version of Las Vegas. Still very smoky, you know, still overpriced for the food. It's been a long time since Don Laughlin's 99-cent chicken dinners, which is how we managed to bring in so much tourism out here. Yeah, this is it's a huge bummer right now that can't bring you guys the in-car footage. From the bottom of my heart, I am sorry. Having a little bit of a technical difficulty here. Maybe it is the signal. Who knows? Who knows why we can't get a stream from in-car? We are all green on this side. I unfortunately think it's something to do with their internet service. But let me get Megan back up on the map here. There we go. There's Miss Miller, Mr. and Mrs. Miller heading down the lower part of the track, winding their way through lap one. And remember, this is the preliminary race, so we will have tomorrow. I guarantee it. Promise you that will be like the one thing I do. Um, but for today, it sounds like you get the map. You get the map and you get the voice and a smoke and a Coke. Super bummed. I got to put up a little notice. But for those of you watching this, in-car cameras are down. And doesn't look like they'll be coming back up today. So super regretful. Apologies for today's preliminary race, but by tomorrow's main race, I guarantee you we will have the issues ironed out. So another great partner of the Millers is Raceline Wheels. Thanks to Raceline, they've got wheels that can take massive amounts of abuse, hang on to that bead, and make sure they finish the race. It's interesting. What they're running in those wheels is they've got a 27.5-inch liner, which is a race tool so that if they have a blowout on their main, their liner can pretty much try to get them back to where they need to be in order to get a tire change happening. Super cool race car stuff. But Raceline Wheels, check them out, racelinewheels.com. And in the top part of your screen, you see the message, in-car cameras are down. Unfortunately, we have no live feed from the vehicle for whatever reason. Want to give a little shout out to Redline Synthetic Oil. These vehicles are under a high amount of RPMs, putting out a lot of horsepower. Last I heard, it was like 740, 50 horsepower out of the motor. And the one thing that keeps all the metal pieces working together really good and uh, from melting down one another is that little thin line of little thin film of oil that coats your metal surfaces, keeps them from touching one another, and keeps everything all nice and lubed up. Less wear on your motor thanks to a good synthetic oil like Redline oil. Racing don't pay itself, which is why Derek puts a lot of his work equity, sweat equity into this program. It's not easy getting from race to race. I think it's about, I don't know, upwards 40, $50,000 commitment just to get to races. When you have a crew, vehicles, support vehicles, all the things. Yeah, takes a lot. Takes a village and parts and labor and logistics, help, all that. So these partners, they're huge, especially when Derek's kind of out of pocket from his own company. Title sponsor technically is MDM Construction, but we like to say Mostar Tires. Thanks to them keeping us rolling through the track. If you're here on the live stream, I see seven of you on here. What is Lee? What is up, Lee? How's it going? So the issue we're having right now with our feed, which we hope to get cleared up by tomorrow, I can almost guarantee we will figure it out. We figured it out so far. Every race, we've always had some kind of issue, and I think this will be no different. But I do have the map up right now. You can see Megan on the left side of your screen on that yellow dot, signifying her second lap, I'm assuming. Uh, she is well on her way to finishing lap number two here in Laughlin, Nevada for the ULTRA4 Nationals race, which everything comes down to this race. Everybody's within like 10 points or whatever for first overall. So um, there's a lot at stake here, a lot on the line, but we are we're just in it to win it, hanging out with Megan, watching her get around that track. Unfortunately, our in-car cameras are down. No, it's not my fault. Yes, we will figure it out, but it also does suck to not have a key component of kind of what we're out here to do. So now she's on that back stretch. She should be getting speed up. I don't know what the terrain is exactly like, but let's take a look and see kind of where she's at. 60 miles an hour now through the desert. There you go. Yeah, there does seem to be a couple minutes of a delay here. Last updated at 2:06. It's already 2:08. So yeah, we're definitely on some kind of delay. But just keep watching along. What's up, Copper 204? That's our buddy Hal up in Sonora. Good to have you on. We are we are unfortunately for the day for this preliminary race, we are dealing with no in-cab cameras. But at least we've got the live map, so it's not like you're left with nothing. And that damn map ain't refreshing often enough. Well, come on, come on, come. No, no, going the wrong way. Come back. It's fighting me. Why are you trying to fight me? There we go. Gosh darn it. Last update we had was from 204 or 206. So still kind of in that same boat. Just waiting for that damn map to update. Yeah, Lee, team has been killing it for sure. That's solve function, Lee. Thanks for jumping on, guys. Appreciate you supporting the team. We're at 36 minutes into this stream. We don't have in-car cameras. You've got my voice, and let's see. You got my voice, and I can probably get the camera back on, maybe. Or not. I guess you don't even get my face. So unfortunately, that feed has not updated in a minute here. That's a proper bummer. Well, we'll be back in about 5. We'll keep the stream going, but I'll be back in about 5 and kind of we will see where we're at. right, awesome. We've got some footage of Megan coming around. Thank you, Christian. Awesome. Stoked to be able to get at least some content up for y'all. Nice. Looking strong. So Megan is now on lap 3. This is the best I can do so that you guys can have something that's actually moving on the screen. I'm gonna tell Christian to keep him coming. There's not a lot of wind today either, so you can see that dust kind of laying thick on the ground. It's not really moving. Especially right now. We do get a breeze every so often, actually. So hopefully it blows off. If you're just tuning in, we got some footage over from Christian down in the pits. And we're actually able to at least show you a little bit of the action over here at the start line. But on the map in the top right corner of your screen, you will see that little bubble, and that represents where Megan is at least since the last refresh on that system. It's been a little laggy. But I will leave you all to watch for a minute. I'll be back. through my phone. Comes in, do a quick interview with her, and you guys can hear what she has to say. If anybody's currently watching right now, let me know if I'm sounding loud and clear. Hopefully the answer is yes. Looks like we got a couple new videos coming in. Get this one swapped out. Doing our best here with what we've got today. Looking at the race map, she has just come through on her third lap here today at the ULTRA4 Nationals race. And this is the race which will determine first place in the series. So, and we are excited. Looked like we had a little bit of a hiccup. Sorry about that. We are back live, and I've got those videos coming in. Let me see about getting it up here on screen for you. Bear with me, I'm working on getting a couple of new pieces of media. see if I can just share my screen. Let's get back zoomed in on the track. All right, let's see. Let's see where our girl's at right now. There we go. So tomorrow, look forward to coming back. Race day, all cameras working, and bringing you the race like we normally do. There was one point where Derek was like, what are all these devices connected to the Wi-Fi all about? And he like paused a bunch of them. And I wonder if that's what caused us to lose our in-vehicle feed. But no problem, we'll get it figured out. Sounds like it's getting kind of quiet from what I heard. It's kind of weird how this whole race goes down. Even if they don't finish all of their laps, supposedly, depending on where the first person within the, I don't know, don't quote me on this, but like the 4,400, the first 4,400 to finish, kind of finishes it for everybody else with where they're at. I don't know. It was a very kind of unclear, overall unclear kind of deal with that, but sounds like they may not have to race the entire 5 laps. So we'll stand by and see. Last update has Megan going up the back half. So looks like everything's still going good on their end. Interested to see where Megan ends up after this race. Well, tomorrow's race. Today's kind of like the prelim heat, and then come tomorrow, it's going to be the actual full-on race. So that's why today we don't have any in-car cams, and it's like, you know what? There's worse problems. At least for now, we got what we need. We can show you where Megan's at. We can talk about what happened today, and then cross the other bridge later, which is making sure we have in-car cameras for tomorrow. Huge thanks to Milestar Tires, keeping them on the track. No flats, let's go. Milestar Tires, MDM Construction, MDM Off-Road, you know, MDM Motorsports, this is what pays the bills. Derek's blood and sweat equity into this race program, but helped with partners like Motive Gear, Raceline Wheels, Fast Friends, Redline Synthetics, Rugged Radios, Baja Designs, Warren Industries, and Factor 55. Can't do this without the help of some friends. That's like with anything, right? You need your support people. You need the people that would never give up on you and keep you going. And that's the great team that they have here at MDM Off-Road. Car 3105, Megan and Derek Miller, here in Laughlin, Nevada, for the final race of the 2025 season, the ULTRA4 Nationals. Beginning videos from the boys. Looks like Megan's still running strong. Everything's working as it should. shot of Megan coming through the start area. We've got a race here. Just waiting to hear back from the team on where we're at and what's going on and how it went. I'll tell you one thing, this is so much easier when you've got the cameras on in the car. Way easier to speak to. But we make it work. If you missed that that last video. Coming down the straight. Looks like we may be done. Could be that they're coming back in. So it looks like the race is over. If I'm seeing the map correctly, looks like Megan is off course and potentially coming back to the pits. We're gonna try to sit down and chat with Megan and just talk about like how the race went. But yeah, looks like they finished. That's the bare minimum, you know, best you could hope for. And we'll see what's what here shortly.